Hi guys, and welcome back to Coil Life. Today we're going to be having a look at an RDA from CoilART. It's the DPRO Mini. It looks a little something like that, and it comes after the DPRO, which I reviewed a while back. The DPRO, it was okay. It just wasn't for me, I don't think. Not a bad RDA though, all the same. This is the mini version of it. I have to say, this one, I think they have nailed it. The flavour of this thing is incredible. It is really good. Single coil RDA, very low profile, really reduced chamber, restricted draw, vapes absolutely fantastic. But what we'll do is we'll drop down, have an up close and personal tour around the DPRO Mini. Okay guys, so here we are with the DPRO Mini from CoilART and the box that it comes in. See there, you've got all the different colours that it comes in, and the one I've got is the silver or the stainless steel. It is a 22mm RDA, single coil. In the box you've got your RDA, a curved drip tip, a mount to long drip tip, and your accessories, and your scratch and check authenticity there. So if we slide that out, and pop that out, first off we get our user manual in various different languages. You get your little quality certificate. As always with CoilART, they do supply a coil and some cotton, so you've got a fused Clapton there, NI80, your gauges should pop out to 0.3 ohms, and then we get a star of the show, the RDA itself. I get our Allen key and our little bag of spares. So in the spares we get our spare seals as usual, we get a gold plated squonk pin, some spare terminal screws, your curved drip tip, your mat to long drip tip, and then the one that it comes with is a bit of a stumpy kind of a narrow bore drip tip, but it is a 510 fitment. So it does take 510 drip tips only. Have a look around the RDA itself then. On the top cap you've got DPRO Mini engraved on the top there, just like that. You've got your airflow, and on the bottom you've got DPRO Mini designed by CoilART, your CE markings, and your gold plated 510 pin. So then if we have a look at the top cap itself, put that off for a second, you see we do have a little bit of doming going on, not a whole lot. So the top cap then is held on by these two O-rings here. You do have these cutouts on either side, and that is to pop your coiling rod on when you're putting your coil in. And you've got this postless deck design. So your leg, one leg's going to go in there and the other one there. You clamp your legs down via these Allen key screws, just like that, and then your airflow comes in through these three holes on either side, and there's an ever so subtle angle downwards, so that when your coil's sitting down like that, it's going to try and come down at your coil and come up. So then if you put your 510 squonk pin in there, your juice is going to come up out of this hole here, and it's going to hit these little reservoirs either side where your cotton is going to sit, soak the juice up. So what we'll do is we'll get that coil out of the bag and we'll pop it in there and we'll have a little vape on it. Okay, so there's the coil that's provided with the DPRO Mini. Just pop that in. just like that. Okay, so that's our coil seated in there. Now this coil, I'm assuming, is pre-cut to the right size, so you can see it is coming in just above that airflow, so that airflow is going to come down either side, the bottom of the coil and up. So all we need to do is pulse this coil, get it glowing nice and evenly, and make sure there's no hot spots there at all. That's it, perfect, ready for some cotton. Okay, so we'll just feed our cotton through as usual, get our tweezers, give it a little helping hand. That's it. Just need to trim off the ends. Okay, so I've just combed out the ends a little bit, trimmed it off, just needs to be tucked down into that juice well. Just like that. Same on the other side, and when you put this cotton down in those channels like that, it just reduces that chamber, which I think is going to make this, the flavour of this RDA, that little bit more intense. So that's it, ready just to put a little bit of juice on. So we get our juice and just dab that all over. That's it. And then just get your tub cap, pop that on like that. The airflow then you can adjust when it's on there. You can put that all the way down to 1 if you wanted to. Whatever you do on one side is going to be exactly the same on the other. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap out that drip tip. I'm going to use the more narrow bore mouth to lung style drip tip. Just like that. So we'll go back up on top and have a little vape on it. Okay guys, so that was the quick up close and personal tour around the DPRO Mini. So to be fair, the coil that you saw me install in there, I had to take that one out. I didn't get on with it. It was a bit spitty for me, the nichrome coil. So what I've done is I've put in one of my usual fuse Clapton stainless on stainless, and this thing performs absolutely brilliantly. I'm really enjoying the vape that I'm getting off this. The flavour is just spot on. I had to change out that drip tip as well. The sort of vase style drip tip, it just collected too much juice and I ended up with too much juice in my mouth. But all in all, for the price of this thing's coming in around about £20 to £25 in the UK, depending on where you shop. Really well made, really well designed. I like the look of it. It's subtle, it's classy. I think it is easy to build on, as long as you remember that you need to wrap your coils in reverse, so that's anti-clockwise. Pop them in there, make sure you cut them really short, those legs, and it's just a really enjoyable vape. really dense vapor, dense flavour off this thing. It's really, really good. I have to say, I had to play around with it a little bit. It wasn't as simple as take that coil out of the bag, pop it in there, and get incredible vapor, incredible flavour off it. I had to play around with it. I had to put in a few different builds, a few different diameter coils. So put a 3mm diameter coil, a 2.5mm diameter coil. I found that for me the 2.5mm coil worked the best. You've got your, when you put your cotton in there, the chamber is so reduced. If you put a 3mm coil in there, it's just, you're gonna struggle to get that air in and around your coil and out. So the 2.5, I think it's just a perfect size coil just to go in there. But all in all, this thing, it's changed my opinion of CoilART. When the DPRO was out, even the Mage RTA that they brought out, I just didn't get on with it at all. I know a lot of people enjoyed that tank. For me, I thought it was a bag of shit. CoilART have redeemed themselves with the DPRO Mini, in my eyes anyway. I look forward to what they bring out next. I do believe they've got sort of a mount to lung RTA on the cards that should be out soon. It'd be interesting to see what the flavour is going to be like off that one. If it's anything like the DPRO Mini, it should be good, and one I will be getting my hands on. But for me and the DPRO Mini, that's all I've got time for. Thank you guys, as always, so much for watching. If you want to get your hands on one of these, I will pop a couple of links in the description below. And we'll catch you again soon. Bye bye.